boys.
Sugar and spice simply ain't that damn nice. These are the actual arrest records of gals who love to beat up on, stab, shoot, run over with a car, poison, or kill men outright. Welcome to Assault on Manhood. Social psychology lists a chameleon personality type as someone who adapts identities to suit their surroundings. Such was the case with Deirdre Tomlin. Miss Tomlin, a 39-year-old woman who wore hazel contact lenses, would set Michigan Evening News on fire after they discovered that she killed her boyfriend at the Hillcrest Apartments in Dowagiac, Michigan. This was 43-year-old Bryce Grove, her boyfriend. A man who had no idea that Tomlin would shoot him in the face following a disagreement that morning. After Tomlin pulled the trigger shooting Bryce in the face, she still had time to seek medical aid before he succumbed to his injury. But this chameleon did not make the call. Instead, Deirdre would wash her hands of the blowback splatter from shooting the man she claimed to love. She would then take her time showering herself in preparation to go out to her favorite pastime, casino gambling. That's right, I said gambling. This is important to remember because in the future, when Deirdre stands trial, she will claim that she shot her boyfriend in self-defense. Human nature will tell you that if you truly shot someone in self-defense, you immediately call authorities. This holds true the same way if the person is a close relative or a total stranger. What I found astounding in this case is that she didn't even attempt to render first aid or call an ambulance, even if it would save Bryce's life. Why is this astounding to me, you might ask? To act in a callous fashion against someone you shared meals with, bed with, and exchanged body fluid with, is about as dispassionate as a serial killer's lack of concern for his victims' lives. Like any murderer, Deirdre was no stranger to violence. She had been arrested on November 7, 2015 for an assault under the domestic violence statute. Her next arrest was on September 26, 2020 for criminal recklessness by shooting a firearm into an inhabited dwelling and possession of a firearm by a serious violent felon. She was arrested again a year before she shot her boyfriend on January 8, 2021. Deirdre would enjoy gambling at night with wild abandonment, which is typically the behavior of murderers once they remove people whom they no longer care for from their lives. What follows the next morning is usually a brief time of remorse, coupled with a need to hide the body and craft a believable, rock-solid alibi. Now I found that in most of these toxic relationships, one person is pretending to love the other in order to benefit themselves. When a chameleon no longer feels that a relationship is a benefit to them, they may become violent or do what Deirdre did instead of walking away. The next day, Deirdre would head back home again and begin recruiting people to help her get rid of Grover's body, but with no success. After Tomlin failed at recruiting multiple people, she ultimately enlisted one person to haphazardly make that effort. Her first stop after getting back in town from gambling before returning home would be Walmart. For some reason, the Walmart Corporation has become the number one place to shop for what I deem as post-murder kits. If you need bleach, towels, or plastic bags to clean a crime scene, I guess it's always Walmart. Tomlin, with the aid of her roommate, Jamie Laureate, will move her boyfriend's body to the curbside dumpster near trash day at the apartment complex where they lived. It would be 2 days after the murder, and his body had begun to smell terribly, causing him to be noticed by tenants dumping their trash. Both women would flee the apartment complex into hiding for fear of getting arrested, as the police had already been called to the scene. Tomlin and her then roommate Jamie Laureate, 42, were arrested 4 days after the slaying on numerous charges apiece. At the time of the arrest, police said they learned that the shooting was immediately preceded by an argument between Tomlin and Grover. At trial, Tomlin's defense attorney also told the court that the shooting was a byproduct of past physical abuse from others, drug abuse on her behalf, and only occurred because she thought she was in danger. Deirdre was convicted of murder and sentenced to 20 to 50 years in prison, for the 2021 murder and disposal of her then boyfriend.